Number 1. Principled approach. We need to understand that 1. It is our right to seek and to actualize Biafra, a sovereign and independent nation different from Nigeria. We really must understand this and be willing and ready to act on it at all times. Why is it our right? First, God created us Biafrans and put us in Biafra land. Our ancestors inhabited the Bight of Biafra for hundreds if not thousands of years, and we have lived in this land continuously since then. We do not claim and have never claimed Yoruba land, including even Lagos, even though our people may be residents there. By the same token, we hold no claims to northern Nigerian territory and would never even as much as entertain such a thought, because that is not part of our ancestral property and heritage, even though many Biafrans and former Igbo leaders and their families owned and continued to hold property there, and many more were born and or grew up in northern Nigeria. Biafra is our only land, and Biafra is our only country. We have a natural and moral claim to our own land. Second, in September 2007, the United Nations General Assembly overwhelmingly passed Resolution A/61/295, wherein the right of every ethnic group to self-determination was formalized, is supported and upheld. The practical meaning of this is that efforts by nations like Biafrans at self-determination will not be contested, will not be stopped, nor will they be frowned upon by the United Nations. Rather, the right to self-determination by any nation, including Biafra, will be respected and upheld by the United Nations. There is no stronger international empowerment or endorsement for our struggle for Biafra actualization than this. So, let no one say that the United Nations is not helping, or did not help, or did not, or has not come to our aid. The United Nations, through the instrument of this General Assembly Resolution A/61/295, has given us the diplomatic weapon, shield, and cover to do what we must do, but to do that by ourselves. The use of these facilities to claim our own right is now up to us. Third, this is our struggle and ours alone. It is foolish, utterly foolish, to expect the United Nations, or anyone else for that matter, to come in and engage in the struggle with us or on our behalf. For it is we who will bruise and we who will die in order to get Biafra for ourselves. By the same token, no organization or state will quote-unquote grant us Biafra. No, not Nigeria, not the United Nations. Rather, we will take back our own country, Biafra, by our own selves. We're not going to wait for anyone or think that anyone is going to grant Biafra to us. We will take it back by our own selves with success, regardless of how long it takes, or regardless of how many of us are doing the work. Which reminds us to say that it is fruitless and frustrating to look at your side or look behind you to see who else is carrying the load of the work of Biafra Actualization. You just look ahead, you just do your own part and keep doing it until we get to Biafra. Whether or not others are doing any work is not really your concern. All your focus is on you doing your own part in the matrix of this struggle. Blame no one for not doing something to contribute positively. If there is to be blame, heap such blame on only those who actively oppose your efforts. 4. Activism. This year, Biafrans should act like they are in a war. We are. Nigeria has not stopped warring against us, has not stopped persecuting us or killing us. As we all know, it is all quote-unquote business as usual for Nigeria and in Nigeria. And as we also all know, The major part of Nigeria's business is to cheat, to cheek, to humiliate, to dispossess, to injure, and to kill Biafrans in Biafra homeland as well as in Nigerian territory. We need to carry about us such a consciousness which will enable us to always conduct ourselves as activists in a war which we are certain that we are going to win. We have to engage in significant civil disobedience, especially when called for en masse. Nigeria is keeping us miserable while she goes on trying to exist in comfort at our own expense, no less. We say no to that. We will find every way to show non-cooperation and make life hard for Nigeria. We are not interested in giving Nigeria any ultimatums. No. What we know is that we do what we do when we do it, and we will continue to do such until we get Biafra. We do it anytime, every time, and at all times. We must not stop to see if the world is watching us or if the world media is reporting on our activism. We must not play to the world gallery in our activist business. No. Whether or not the world takes note, whether or not the world shows interest, we continue to do what we must do without relent. Our only cue to seize action being the successful actualization of Biafra. We have to engage all Biafrans, at least in discussions, refusing to let them off the hook while Nigeria mauls us. We need to engage all the Nigeria's political stakeholders in our own land, reminding them that they are all Biafrans, first, foremost, and only Biafrans, and as such cannot escape the bruising collective fate of Biafra at the hands of Nigeria today, or the glorious destiny of Biafra tomorrow when we shall have actualized Biafra. We talk to them, talk with them, tackle their conscience, challenge them, allow them no free ride on our backs, allow them no comfort at all. They are part of the equation and we must set their feet on fire. We must engage them. Above all, fellow Biafrans, be prepared for casualties, because that next casualty or victim in the course of our activism to free ourselves from Nigeria could be you. We have no solutions for that, and not enough condolences befitting our Biafran brothers and sisters who will be jailed or injured or killed or dispossessed, and those who will most certainly suffer many other types of losses, including loss of cherished relationships, in this struggle for Biafra. Somewhere in your mind, you have to weigh the alternatives and arrive at a resolve, no matter the personal cost. In this vein, we remember our other Biafran brethren such as Uchenna Madu and all others who are still being held in Nigeria's jails, though Nigeria claims it has granted them bail but will not let them go. How does one condole with fellow Biafrans making such sacrifice? In the final analysis, only Biafra can afford us the freedom that we deserve by nature, restore our hope, and restore our dignity, while protecting our human rights, our personal rights, our life and property. That's why we do what we do at whatever the cost to actualize Biafra. And actualize Biafra we must this year. Biafra alive, because it is God who makes it so.